Yo, what up, it's your boy Aries Spears here. Listen, I want to have a conversation with y'all about a word that I think is so overly used and abused. Hate/hater. Because apparently I'm the poster child for the world's biggest hater. If you look up the word hate, it's my picture. And I said, look, man, I'm not a fan of Ice Cube. Musically or theatrically. I'm not a fan. And somebody sent me a clip where Ice Cube responded.
Ice Cube's in the building. Yay. What's happening?
What's happening with you, man?
Hey, I want to ask you something, man. I saw a comedian speaking kind of bad about you, man.
Who is this?
Aries Spears.
Oh, that dude?
Yeah. He said nothing.
Is he a comedian?
Yeah.
Because he ain't never made me laugh, so suckers usually don't like me.
Aries Spears is either completely fearless or fully delusional. The comedian just trashed Ice Cube's legacy, dismissed his entire career, and then tried to pick a fight with Micheal Jai White, an actual martial artist who could break him in half without spilling his coffee. This isn't just petty celebrity beef. This is a man clawing for relevance by torching every bridge he's ever stood on. It started with one outrageous interview, but now it's spiraled into something way deeper. Accusations, clout chasing, and a slow-motion career crash playing out in real time. It all began when Aries Spears sat down on Big Boy's neighborhood and went full scorched earth on Ice Cube.
I can't stand Ice Cube.
That's crazy.
I'm not a fan of him lyrically or acting-wise.
Really?
He's the same.
How much time we got left here? So you don't feel Ice Cube as a lyricist?
Not at all.
Wait a minute.
You don't think that?
One of the songs I hate the most, if it comes on, I want to shoot the radio. Today was a good day.
He didn't just say Cube was overrated, he said he couldn't stand him. As an actor, as a rapper, and as a person, no nuance, no respect, just venom. He mocked Cube's acting range, claiming every role is the same tough guy persona, and called his music forgettable. Then he crossed the line into blasphemy for any real hip-hop head. He trashed It Was a Good Day, calling it one of the worst songs ever made.
This song, I go straight to No Vaseline from
That's
Ice
my
Cube.
camera right there, right?
Yeah.
Widely considered one of the best diss tracks of all time, it was personal, and fans weren't having it. But before the internet could finish roasting him, someone else stepped in. Someone who doesn't play internet games. Micheal Jai White, actor, martial artist, black belt in 7 disciplines. The man literally played Spawn and made beating up Kimbo Slice look easy on screen. On Vlad TV, Micheal calmly defended Ice Cube's legacy. He reminded the world that Cube wasn't just some one-note rapper turned actor. He helped pioneer the entire lane for hip-hop artists in Hollywood. From NWA to Boys in the Hood to Friday, Cube didn't just take the leap, he built the bridge. Micheal wasn't aggressive, he wasn't emotional, he was measured, but that didn't sit right with Aries Spears, who suddenly decided it was time to get tough. He started talking slick about Micheal staying in his lane, and even hinted that he wasn't scared to pull up and throw hands. Now let's be real, Aries Spears is a comedian, Micheal Jai White is a trained killer who sparred with pros and moved like a predator in every action film he's ever touched. One of these men tells jokes, the other knows how to snap arms in 3 seconds flat, and Spears picked the wrong one to play with. Instead of backing down, Aries leaned in. He doubled down on calling Cube a fraud and tried to minimize Micheal's defense as emotional fanboying. He even posted rants claiming people are too sensitive to hear a real opinion. But let's stop pretending this was just about music or acting. When you say, I can't stand him, that's not an opinion. That's personal. And if you come for someone's entire legacy unprovoked, you better be ready for the smoke. Spears wasn't, and what happened next exposed way more than he expected. Because this isn't Aries' first time in the fire. In 2022, he and Tiffany Haddish were sued over a disturbing sketch that allegedly exploited 2 underage siblings. The skit, titled Through a PDF File's Eyes, featured Spears portraying a predator in a so-called comedy piece that left audiences horrified. The kid's mother filed a lawsuit claiming exploitation and emotional damage. Funny or Die, the platform that once featured the skit, removed it and blasted the entire thing as disgusting. Tiffany Haddish apologized publicly and said she regretted it. But Aries, he defended it. He showed zero remorse, brushing it off like it was just another edgy joke people didn't get. So when he now plays the victim, claiming everyone's just too sensitive for his opinions, people remember. They remember he's been at the center of allegations before. They remember he's gotten physically smacked on air during radio beef. They remember his long pattern of burning bridges instead of building anything meaningful. And they see the contrast, especially when standing next to people like Cube and Micheal Jai White. Because love them or hate them, those two men have never been tied to any scandals. Ice Cube's been married since 1992, 30 plus years with the same woman, no cheating rumors, no Me Too accusations, no criminal drama, just consistency, clean legacy, built a brand, helped others and stayed solid. Micheal Jai White is cut from the same cloth. No mess, no scandals, no public meltdowns. He's kept his name clean for decades in a business that thrives on chaos. And maybe that's why people like Aries can't handle it. Because for someone constantly surrounded by controversy, men like Cube and Micheal represent everything Spears isn't. Respected, stable, and unbothered. That's why this entire meltdown feels less like commentary and more like projection. Aries isn't critiquing, he's lashing out at Cube, at Micheal, at the industry, at the fact that his name only trends when he says something reckless. And here's the wildest part, he's not done. Word just dropped that Aries Spears is planning a new comedy special where he plans to go in even harder on Ice Cube, Micheal Jai White, and anyone else who dared to challenge him. Yes, instead of walking it back, apologizing, or even clarifying his words, he's choosing to triple down. But here's the thing, nobody's asking Aries Spears to like Ice Cube's music. He could have said, not my taste, and moved on. But that's not what happened. He said, I can't stand him. He tried to clown one of hip-hop's most respected icons. Then he went after a trained fighter, all for what? Clout, clicks, relevance? This isn't just a PR disaster, it's a self-made implosion. Aries is becoming the kind of guy people only talk about when he's falling apart. There's no tour people are rushing to buy tickets for, no hit special in rotation, no cultural movement he's leading. Meanwhile, Ice Cube is still making movies, still running Big 3 basketball, still shaping the game. Micheal Jai White is still starring in films, still training, still respected by peers. They've moved with quiet power. Aries moves like a wrecking ball with a mic. At the end of the day, you don't build legacy by tearing others down. You don't gain respect by swinging at giants with nothing but weak insults and old bitterness. Aries Spears may have thought he was being honest, edgy, real, but now he's finding out the hard way, there's a fine line between honesty and self-destruction, and he might have just crossed it for the last time. If you're still with us, make sure to like, subscribe, and tap that notification bell so you don't miss the next story, because trust, this won't be the last time a fallen star makes noise trying to stay lit. Stay locked in.